Well, folks, Astraea is here.
Yay!
Wait, I am?
Where's the what the heck deck?
Where's the? You want the beep deck?
Okay.
We'll do that. We'll maybe we'll do that later. Do you want some whiskey? Maybe off the stream.
No, I want the cold.
Oh, you want the cold? Okay.
Give me the cold.
Well, Astraea's here, and she's going to be here for about another week or so. So you'll see her on the channel as well. So if you stay tuned to this channel here on Twitch, you'll see and hear a lot of her over the next couple of days. But moreover that, Quinnton brought something for Astraea and I to try out. And I don't know if you were planning to have us try this out on stream or not.
I wasn't, but it works too.
All right. Well, not the whiskey. He didn't bring the whiskey.
Yeah, Astraea bought you a extra strength whiskey.
Yes, that's
what they come, right? You can choose extra strength.
So Quinnton made this butterscotch candy. Is that basically?
Yeah, we call it butterscotch treats. But
butterscotch treats.
Yummy.
Ooh.
It smells so sweet.
It has exquisite mouthfeel.
It looks like popcorn.
You can leave now. Very sweet.
Mmm.
Oh, wow. Oh, there it is. Mmm. Yes.
Mmm.
Uh-oh. Okay. No, this one's mine. This one's mine. Quinnton made it for me. That one's also mine.
Listen, you gotta finish this one, and then he's got that extra bag you can steal.
I take this off.
No.
You need to get her a glass of water so she can have a glass.
Well, she has her own water bottle I can grab for her. So anyways, yeah, Astraea's here. She got here last Friday. But before Friday, something amazing happened. On Thursday, we had a lake appear inside the house.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You very much did.
It was 2 inches deep, and it started in that corner. And for those of you who don't know the layout of the house, which is pretty much all of you, my computer and everything of note is in this corner.
Which does nothing for the listeners.
Right, so for the listeners, they're on opposite corners.
Yeah, like it started in back right, and his stuff is in like front left. Yeah.
That's a good way to phrase it. So here's the thing: we have 2 inches of water.
Mm-hmm.
We have all these electronics, and I knew the one thing that needs to happen is the water needs to be shut off.
Okay.
So I ran and shut off the water.
Very sensible.
Very sensible.
Yeah.
Is it? Because there were a lot of electronics. I could have.
Electrocuted
Yes,
yourself?
I could have.
The question I would have is, did the thought ever occur to you of like where your power cables and stuff are? Like, did that ever hit your head, or did you just go?
I just went.
Ah. Yeah, the thing that I would think of is just like, I wonder if that would hit my head of like, do I have anything on the floor that could electrify this water?
Okay, well, I guess it did cross my mind because, so the 2 inches of water were more so in the kitchen area.
Okay.
Whereas the carpeted area here was just kind of soaked. There wasn't anything floating on the carpeted area.
Okay.
So I correctly surmised that because of that, all the water is really focused over there, and nothing in my electrical area is really affected.
Okay.
I mean, it was, but in any event, from my eyeballs, I was like, everything looks okay. I think I can just go. But I didn't go in shoes. I didn't go in flip-flops. I just went. And I just went and turned off the water.
I think you're fine for that decision.
I'm fine now after the fact because I can talk about it. But you know that there is somebody out there or not out there anymore that happened to that was just trying to do the right thing. So I think to whomever out there that it just kind of worked out in the end. But that thought did not cross my mind until 2 days afterwards. And I was like, oh my God. that could have been just terrible. Yeah, just terrible.
Well, hopefully.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, hopefully if that was the case, you would at least get electrified within your first step, so you wouldn't go like you're not deep in it, and then
I don't know, because like the only electrocution via water that I've ever seen is in a movie. So like that's all like trumped up. So I don't know what it really like if you see static like lightning bolts.
You don't
on the ground. Yeah,
no,
okay, so you don't.
Your muscles just seize. And
okay.
So like I think a low level would be like almost like you feel like a tingling like numbness, like you're like what? That's weird. That's a weird feeling. Like something's off, and you'd feel some sort of something there, and then like to the next degree, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure after watching lots of medical things because my family loves medical stuff. So the next step after that is like it causes your muscles to contract. And so like that's why you'll see people in real life. What happens is like if you have a pole that's electrified and it's not supposed to be, and you grab it, your muscles will contract, right, and you will not be able to let go. Yeah. And if someone tries to help you, they have to help you without touching you, because if they touch you, then they will get locked to you.
It's the chain.
Yeah.
Right.
So if you got electrified in the water, proper electrified, without enough volts to just kill you on the spot, cardiac arrest, that kind of thing, you would lock up, and hopefully you'd lock up almost immediately, which would cause you to maybe stumble or something and either go forward or backwards.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when that was all said...
Yeah, sorry, we're way off.
It's fine, but when that was all said and done, we got the water out, a professional water... What did I call him? Professional water sucker? And he had the super sucker.
Yeah.
And yeah, like this thing was a beast. And got rid of all the water. They put 7 fans and 2 dehumidifiers, and it sounded like a jet engine in here.
Oh, I bet.
For 4 days. For 4 days.
Wow.
Now, I got used to it after having it for a day, but I didn't tell Astraea until I picked her up from the airport. So Astraea, when you came in and you saw and heard all the fans, what did you think?
Annoying.
Grr. Now, what did you were you afraid that maybe Christmas was canceled? Or no?
I was just like, where would the tree be?
Yeah.
I thought, like, before I came here, I thought it would be over there, but how will we get in there?
Yeah, we were actually planning to put the tree right next to the TV. So again, people that are watching and listening, I'm pointing in a general direction, but the Christmas tree was going to be over yonder. And yeah, we ended up moving it upstairs to our master bedroom, and none of the presents were damaged because all the presents were wrapped in our rooms upstairs. And so Christmas was great.
Did you lose anything in the flood?
So yeah, and that's where it's a little bit of a hard conversation, because although that we didn't lose anything electronic, we lost a shit ton of Aurelia's original art pieces.
Really?
A shit ton. Like a lot.
Why were they on the floor?
Well, they weren't on the floor. They were in... Have you ever seen an artist's like portfolio, like zipper, like rucksack kind of thing? It looks like a giant briefcase, usually made out of cloth.
Does it open like an accordion?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, sometimes. But hers just opens up like a book.
Okay.
And in it are basically like a spiral-bound thing, a binder that you can put pages in, and you can put your artwork in there, and so you can just kind of show it off when you're going from job to job. Ames, what's going on? How you doing? Good to see you. Good morning. I'm assuming it's morning for you. To be fair, my art is stored in a binder that's close to the ground. Well, maybe after listening to this, you will think twice, because her art was stored in 2 of these. They were on the ground, and
white.
Yeah, just white. Now, as someone who is not a visual artist, like I can't imagine how how devastating that is. Because a lot of my art is either saved onto a hard drive, or better yet, a lot of it's stored in the cloud.
Right.
So if something does happen to my hard drive, yes, that's annoying and it's frustrating, but I can always get it back.
Right.
Her stuff is literally
Gone.
Yeah. And it's one of a kind. And it was one of those things where she held up a piece of paper and she said, "What do you think of this?" And to me, 90% of it is fine. It's just that bottom corner that has the water stain, even after using the dehumidifier, which worked great, got rid of all the water,
all right.
you still see the stain.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, aside from the stain, she's like, well, then it's ruined. Like, well, what if I'm trying to think outside the box. Yeah. What if you cut it and make a little border? She's like, no, it's ruined. Like, there was nothing consoling I could say. And there was nothing, like, it wasn't for lack of trying, but it was one of those things that she just has to come to terms with, and it's gonna be a while, That
sucks.
Aurelia, if you're watching this after the fact, obviously I'm very sorry, and I wish there was something else that we could do. But I
wonder if there's a way of like combining all the ruined art pieces into a new art piece.
I would have to. First off, I'd say that sounds like a very creative idea. Unfortunately, we tossed them.
Oh, well.
Yeah. So it's kind of a neither here nor there.
Well, she's a master artist, so obviously all that should be insured for a couple $100,000, right?
I mean, how do you think I'm getting my new 4090 Ti graphics card?
Off eBay, nonetheless.
Exactly. But no, we moved all of her like important art upstairs, and we're gonna reinvest in more frames to put the stuff on the wall. So, but lesson learned. Like when we moved into this place, it was such a rushed move.
Yeah.
Because I basically said yes to the apartment when we were still living in California.
Right. I remember you hadn't actually seen it in person.
And then we saw it in person. I was like, well, is that much we can do?
Yeah, it's too late now.
It's too late now. And out of all the other places that we've seen, this has got the best price.
Yeah. Best bang for buck kind of thing.
Fortunately and unfortunately. And it's kind of why we're here for the second year, because everywhere else has gone up quite substantially. So with that being said, all of her stuff's upstairs. But it does give us a little bit of, because we had to move everything, it did give us a little bit of ability to do things that we wanted to do. So, for example, I don't know if everyone on stream can see it. I think you can. That floating shelf right above Quinnton, I got that for Christmas specifically for that Seinfeld Lego set that Astraea and I built. Thank you, Quinnton.
Dana White, this thing.
You have another job, because right behind Quinnton are some new blackout curtains. Nice. Yeah. No, a little bit more behind you. No more. Yeah. There you go. Oh.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, okay. Just like that.
Praise the blackout curtains.
Yeah, exactly. Did your water heater explode?
No.
Did you have just a pretty normal Christmas?
I had a pretty normal Christmas.
Anything of note?
Of
experiences, time, and or gifts that you were like, ooh.
I got the rest of my touring set up so I can go do a little bit of touring on skis and stuff, and go uphill on skis, which you have to have a bunch of equipment for. And I've got almost all of it. I can't say all of it because that includes Avi gear, and I don't have Avi gear. Avalanche gear. Avalanche gear.
So Quinnton likes to start avalanches here in Salt Lake City. So if you ever hear of a big avalanche, it's probably Firewall's fault.
I don't have any avalanche training, and so I will not be doing anything of note while touring. A lot of people will go up and do crazy long hikes and ski some crazy stuff, which is awesome for them, but they also have spent hundreds upon hundreds of dollars to have training to know how to do it safely.
Yeah.
Being that I haven't done it, I'm not stupid to go, I don't need it, I'm fine.
Where are you going?
Now, more importantly, Astraea, this question's for you.
Sit here.
What did you get for Christmas? Because I know you got those cool tulips, but that's all I know. So is that all you got for Christmas?
No.
Oh, and to be clear, the tulips are Lego tulips. They're not just flowers. She built the tulips.
They're just like wrapped flowers.
Yeah.
Like fully wrapped.
Flowers!
But it's like...
Bunch of flowers!
Yeah, just random flowers. It's fine. Why is the wrapping paper wet? What'd you get?
Stuff.
You got choking noises and stuff. All right. Those are not bad gifts.
They're expensive.
Yeah, especially that first one. What else? You got a beanie?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Meemaw got you... well, come over here. Show the beanie. Meemaw got you the beanie and matching gloves.
Well, they're not matching. They're pink. Remember? They're hot pink.
Are they the same kind of pattern?
No. But they're still pretty.
It's a good hat. Covers your whole face. Exactly what hats do. Exactly what it should happen.
There you
That's
go.
nice and safe.
Mm-hmm.
It'll keep your eyeballs from getting snow in them.
Yep.
Until eventually the
There
hat
you
gets
are.
wet. There you go. And a
Perfect.
bucket hat too. So
Perfect.
now you're really...
now you're real hip. Now all the early 2000s kids are gonna love you.
Now draw me a dog. You don't even have the cap off, dude.
Exactly.
Draw me at least a smiley face.
Never.
Never.
So
What else did you get?
but-
Let me give me one more item.
One more thing that you got for Christmas.
I
What's the coolest thing you think you got?
got a giant chocolate Hershey's Kiss.
Is that your favorite item out of everything?
No. I got a hat from Aurelia.
That's cool.
I also got Takis.
All right.
She's of the age where it's very difficult to buy for her.
Mm-hmm.
And also being that she's from a split home, it's kind of hard to get clothes because she, if I buy her clothes and she leaves them here, by the time that she comes back,
You should outrun them.
she'll outgrow them.
Mm-hmm.
So my gift to her is the skiing that we're gonna do next week.
Okay.
And then also, it wasn't really a Christmas gift, but this weekend we did something I've never done before.
What did you do?
We went sledding.
You've never gone sledding?
I've never gone sledding. Like, I went tubing with you guys, and that was fun, but that was tubing. That was, we
Organized.
We organized, and we paid a guy.
Yeah,
We paid a company, and then went up the conveyor belt and went down on the tube. Super fun. But this was, we went down an actual hill, just like you see in, these old-timey movies of kids doing it. And I've always wanted to do that. And every place that I lived that had snow, we never had a sled. And we never really, made the effort to go buy a sled, so I just never had it. And when we moved here, aside from skiing potentially more, the one thing I want to do was I want to go sledding with my kids.
that's fun.
Period. That's all I want to do. And now that we did that, I'm super happy.
Yeah, how was where you went? Because that area...
Period. Exclamation point.
How was... You went to Soldier Hollow, right?
No, we went to Donut Falls.
Donut Falls, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And
Yo.
how was that?
So, when I mentioned I was going to Donut Falls, not only to you, but to other people that I know here in Utah, they all said the same thing. Go early because there's going to be traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And parking is going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much no matter what time you go, parking is going to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is not a big parking lot. There's two.
Yeah.
There's one close, and then there's one across the street,
Mhm.
but it's still fairly limited.
Yeah.
We found parking right away.
Awesome.
There was no traffic whatsoever,
For you guys.
for us at least.
Yeah. Can I just imagine, and tell me if I'm right or not, after you get there and you're doing your thing, you're just watching a line of cars going past that point.
No.
What?
No.
What day was this again?
Saturday.
You're telling a lie.
I am not telling you a lie. You can ask Aurelia if she...
There was not just a
Comes
line
down.
of cars just going up the canyon. Because you went up Big Cottonwood, right?
went up Big Cottonwood,
Yeah.
and we went around 11. And then we left around 2 o'clock, I'd say.
And you didn't have any traffic?
I didn't have any traffic, and I didn't see any traffic coming at me. There was, no traffic.
On a Saturday.
Yeah,
During
I was surprised
winter
as well
break.
too.
What day was this again?
It was Christmas Eve.
This don't make no sense.
I wonder, is there a way, and I'm glad you don't have your computer because you would probably go do it. But I don't know if anybody on the stream, if you have a way to do like a look back at the traffic via Google Maps on a specific date. I don't know if that's a thing.
I don't think that's a thing, but yeah, apparently, Christmas. I don't know the traffic for the canyons Christmas Eve. I know day after Christmas was irritating.
So you know the road that you make a left at the 7-Eleven to go. Yeah. So that road was slightly backed up.
To go into the canyon?
Yeah. Yeah, to make that left.
Uh-huh.
But then after that, it was free flowing. There was no
That's weird.
It was fine. It was quite nice.
To give you a comparison, yesterday I was leaving Deer Valley. It took me 40 minutes to drive 1 mile.
Oh my gosh. See, this is why like that your kind of hobby intrigues me so much. But being that I am not a fan of traffic, I would do whatever I can to avoid traffic, and if that means I don't go, then I'm not going to go.
Interesting.
And I just don't have it in me to sit in traffic to get to my destination that much and to get home that much. If it's going to be that much of a hassle, like, you know what? It's fine. I'll figure out a different day.
Yeah, it is Christmas break. Christmas break is kind of it's a mess. And the big issue is merge points and lights are things that really make like gridlock traffic, right? And that's one thing that the canyons have going for them is like, yes, they are incredibly slow to get out of, but like once you get past all of the merge points, it's pretty free flowing going down the canyon, especially for Little Cottonwood, because there's like no lights for like a mile out the canyon.
Yeah.
Deer Valley, on the other hand, has like an immediate like 3 lights, stop sign, like it's a lot of merge points going into Park City. Oh, did I mention you're also going to feed into another area that's letting out another resort, which are 2 of the biggest resorts in America that all feed through one freeway entrance?
So, Astraea, I want you to draw something for me.
Draw what? I already drew the smiley face.
I see the smiley face, and I want you
that
to
was
add.
For me.
I want you to add on
said.
to that.
Huh?
That's what I said.
Thanks.
I want you to add on to that. If you can make that Quinnton skiing down a mountain, or like he's at the end of skiing down a mountain.
Or make that something else and do that on the other side, because I know that's in the bottom corner, and maybe that won't work with what you're.
And that's why I said at the end of skiing down a mountain.
There you go.
See?
I'm just gonna make him a stick man.
There you go.
Stick man. Go on. Do it. There it is. There it is. There it is.
Yeah, and talk about like other firsts that I've had to share with Astraea. We made snowmen yesterday.
Oh, really? Where'd you go?
Over there.
Like the park?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, not the closet.
Yeah.
The park.
Tony went back in the closet, in case you guys were wondering.
We went to the park, and it, as you know, it snowed yesterday, but not really enough.
Yeah, not a lot.
Not a lot. And so we went to the park, and we started like kind of gathering up the snow, but it was like snow plus mud plus other stuff.
Ooh.
And so, yeah, I made that same face. Now, here's the thing. At the edge of the park, or more in the middle of the park, really, but from our point of view, it looks like the edge, there is a small little hill that has AstroTurf on it. So we went over there. It's right next to the kids' playground.
Okay.
So we went over there, and it was wonderful.
Yeah, plenty of snow.
Plenty of snow.
Okay.
Clean.
Yeah.
No dirt, no mud, no nothing. So, and the snow, like we could compact the snow enough to like roll.
And it was like a mountain, so you could roll.
So is it north facing hill?
I mean, it's that way, so that's south.
Yeah, and then the hill is facing north. Like the face of it is facing us right now, right? Like if I walked outside, I would see the face of all the good snow.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
And that's why, folks, is because it's a north-facing hill, and north-facing hills keep snow. South does not.
Yeah, so we went there and we made one snowman, and we made it pretty quickly.
Okay.
And his name is Jim.
Okay, how big is Jim?
Jim is about... How big is Jim? No.
I'm taller.
You're taller, so... No. About that... Yeah, show Uncle.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
And then...
his butt.
Huh?
His butt.
His butt's a little smaller.
Right down here.
Was it a proper 3 or 2?
Yeah, 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. And I went to Walmart and they sell snowman kits where it has like the nose and the pipe and the buttons and everything. And it's on sale right now. You can go ahead and turn around. It's on sale right now because it's after Christmas.
Right.
For like $5.
Hey, that's not bad.
I'm not going to pay for that. I was like, that sounds like a good idea, but it also kind of feels like a little bit of cheating. So what we did was we got branches. Thank you, Astraea. We got branches and we just got like little barks of wood to do the eyes and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It worked out fine.
They look derpy.
It did look derpy. But we had so much time on our hands and we made a friend.
No, there you go.
And his name is
Jim and Bob.
Jim and Bob.
Bob is smaller. Bob's like the little baby brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did he get proper legs and not legs, arms and stuff?
He got twigs and he's got. Though neither of them have mouths. They're silent snowmen.
All right.
Yeah.
I have no mouth, but I must scream.
Unfortunately.
There you go.
But yeah, it was one of those things. Because even when I built my first snowman, and my first snowman's name was also Jim. So this is kind of an ongoing, what is it called? Tradition for me.
Okay.
Whenever a snowman can be built,
the first one is Jim.
Jim will be built. The first time that I built it, I don't remember my dad helping me. And not for lack of trying. I think he was just at work. Or something.
Oh, okay. Like you were just home.
Yeah, I was at home and I built it, and I think my mom might have like instructed me from afar, but she didn't like getting dirty, and she didn't like trudging through snow if she could avoid it. So I can imagine her in like her robe with a cup of coffee and just kind of pointing like, yeah, do that, go do that. Like it was fine for me at the time.
She comes out and like kicks it over. This is crap.
Ooh, you want to show the camera? So that's Uncle Quinnton going down a mountain.
That's bright.
It worked.
It works.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's good that you chose black for the pen. That's how it's been since Astraea's here, with a lot of fun-filled adventures.
Yeah.
Definitely trying, like today at work. And Corey, if you're watching, hello, but also go to sleep. No, but at work today, he was like, what does everyone have? Because if you don't have anything, just have a good day. I'm like, cool. So that's what I did. I just had a great day.
There you go.
Yeah. So, because all of my work assignments are all done and everything.
He got all his assignments done. No homework for Tony.
No.
What should I draw next?
What should you draw next? Actually, why don't you ask the chat?
What should I draw next?
She not asks, she demands to know.
Big Fat Tony, I'm so confused.
I don't think, maybe they're not talking about you.
I don't think they're talking about me anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you want to draw Big Fat Tony?
No.
All right. So we're not going to draw Big Fat Tony.
Mean.
Tony.
Even they
Draw Tony, but only as if he ate donuts for the next year.
Yeah, if you want to do Fat Tony from The Simpsons, I'd like to see that.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. I don't think she's seen that. Why don't you try drawing Peter Griffin?
Or should I draw you if you ate donuts for the rest of the year?
If you want.
Okay, let me draw a gravestone.
Why? Why this?
You'd be dead. You can't eat that for long.
No, you're not wrong there.
You might as well just draw him on the toilet. Draw the gravestone. Draw Tony's gravestone. Tony, what are you teaching? No Simpsons? I didn't grow up with The Simpsons either, really. I mean, I watched an episode here or there, but like...
I apparently grew
I don't
up
know,
with...
it's not something that really, like... I don't know, clicked. Not something I grew up with. What about you?
You know, I didn't. I grew up with The Simpsons a little bit later in my life. I started watching The Simpsons when I was in high school.
Okay.
But The Simpsons had been a thing since I was in middle school.
Right.
And my parents were vehemently against it because Bart was Bart. And my mother was of the mindset that monkey see, monkey do, which is why I was never able to watch like G.I. Joe. I wasn't able to watch Power Rangers because I'm going to go out there and boom, boom, boom people. I'm going to go boom, boom, boom people.
You're going to go...
Apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the Bart one, I'm like, okay, I kind of get because he embodies like a kid, right?
Well, he embodies a kid in all the like worst ways.
Yeah. But then, like, G.I. Joe, I'm like, you're going to go sign up for, like, a Secret Service kind of military, like, covert ops thing, and then go fight other covert ops and wait, what? The only show I really remember not being able to watch was, like, SpongeBob, just because my mom thought it was dumb. Like, she didn't like she wouldn't like TV now. With stuff like Adventure Time and Gumball or whatever that show is called.
Gumball's not bad. Gumball's not bad.
But just that like hyper, like the sugar rush shows.
Yeah.
Like she's not like SpongeBob was a sugar rush show for her.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of SpongeBob either. Like it's fine. Like I'll watch an episode here and there. I get the memes. I get the references.
Right.
But I'm not going to like watch a marathon of it.
Right.
And I'm not going to get a T-shirt
with
of
anything.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's got like some. Like there are some genuinely really well written episodes of SpongeBob, but it's definitely not a show that I'm like you said, like, oh, give me season 1 through 8 and I'm gonna sit and binge all of it.
Right. No. Whereas something like Recess, for example, for me, like I loved Recess, Disney's Recess. Mm-hmm. Loved that to bits. Rugrats, loved that to bits. But nowadays it's a little bit harder because she has the internet. She has everything at her fingertips. And a lot of the things that she'll watch are like snippets. You know, I get into shows because YouTube Shorts is like, hey, you might like this 15 seconds of a show. And they're not wrong. So I started watching House because I've seen enough clips of House from YouTube Shorts. I'm
jeez.
Maybe I'll actually like the show. But, you know, for her, if it's a syndicated actual TV show like Family Guy, we watched Family Guy the other day, it's going to be via Hulu or something else. But it's very different from how we grew up. So not showing her The Simpsons or whatever, I don't think it's necessarily a disservice. She can watch it. She has the ability to watch it. And if anything, if we're going to blame anybody here, well, I don't want to blame anybody, but I'll just say this. She's not with me at full time. So if she's going to watch it, it's going to be based on the person that she is with full time. You know, so if they're not going to watch it, they're not going to watch it. But, you know, like while she's here, we were watching Family Guy the other day. So like she's still exposed to these things. And we also watched Letterkenny. She doesn't get 90% of the jokes.
I was going to say, that's not really a kid's show.
Not at all. But here, my thinking is this. Within reason, I'm going to let her watch the things that I'm going to watch. Within reason. There are definitely shows that are like, we'll just call them HBO shows, that are not appropriate.
After hour special.
Yeah, we're not going to watch those. But Letterkenny, which really just has a lot of scantily clad women, but also a lot of funny jokes that you're not going to fully understand, then that's fine.
That was my thought. It's not as child friendly. But then again, I haven't watched enough. Like, I don't know. I feel like it'd just be boring for a kid.
And that's kind of how it was for her. Like, because a lot of the jokes were going over her head, and I don't want to speak for her, Astraea. When we were watching Letterkenny...
Were you bored?
Were you bored?
I did not know who Gregory was.
Gregory was a dog.
Yes. And, why were those, people just... They were shifting off to themselves. They're just Gregory and me. Cutting. Scissors. Daughter.
Yes.
These are random words all lined together.
Yes. Do you know the Mennonites in that show?
No, I have seen maybe 12 minutes in total of the entire show.
So Ames, it sounds like you know Letterkenny. So if you know the Mennonites, you know how they can talk and how the things that they say can be very misconstrued. And that's obviously the point of their characters. All of those jokes were going right over her head. Like, yes, it's not appropriate, but again, I'm not exposing her to anything that is just like outright boobs.
I wouldn't even say it's like in one ear and out the other. It's like deflecting.
Yeah. Now, with all that being said, she is very smart. You know, like most kids are very smart. So most of the time when we think that they're not going to get it, she's not going to get it right now. However, later down the line, she's going to hear it. She's in 4th grade.
Yeah.
I'm in 5th.
She's in 7th grade.
What?
She's in high school.
She's in college.
She graduates this week.
But when I was in 5th grade, like, you know, I don't know about you, Astraea, but on the playground,
You heard a lot of things.
I heard a lot of things, and I was able to finally say a lot of things without being, you know, told that I shouldn't be saying those things.
One time I heard a 1st grader say multiple cuss words. Multiple.
Well, nowadays, how was it when you growing up? Because when I was growing up, no young kid said anything bad. And then now that I'm a parent and I'm watching these other young kids, I see like freaking kindergarten kids snap back at their mom with full cuss words and everything. And like it boggles my mind that we've gotten so lax about cuss words are just words. They shouldn't, you know, kids should know when to say and when not to say it. And I'm like, okay, sure, fine. That's why I swear around her, because I'm like, I feel like she knows, but at the same time, there are limits to that, and
right. So my mother-in-law has a rambunctious teen.
Okay.
And like the way they're like dynamic, it's very interesting, it's very fun, but the big thing is like her dad kind of told her one day is like, hey, like you guys can have a fun relationship, you can be witty to each other back and forth and rib each other. He's like, but if you ever genuinely disrespect my wife, that's when we're gonna have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so she'll like, they'll tease each other back and forth, and a lot more than like a lot of people would be like, whoa, but like it's within like their level of reason that they understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's an understanding from dad that like there's a line that you're not to cross, because once you cross it, you're going to have to face the wrath of your father, and your father is terrifying.
Have you ever been here when Aurelia's son like kind of flies off the handle with her? Like, it's not a mother-son relationship at that point. It is just human-to-human relationship. And I get it. They're from an angsty teenager, you want to be treated like an equal. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we as parents are still responsible for your actions or inactions. Yeah. So there is an expectation, and it is definitely an expectation of something that you don't want to do. Yeah. But I'm sorry, you have to do it. And that's where like the, you know, fuck gets thrown around and just yelling. And I like raise my hand like, how is this helping? It's like, 'cause I'm mad. Like, clearly you are, but yelling at me or your mom, we don't want to help anymore. No. Guess what? If we just talk about it, you can still be mad. You can raise your voice. But yelling at me, utilizing those words, even if it is in anger, and it's not at me, you're not calling me a fucking moron, you're just saying like, I'm fucking pissed off. Even just doing that, for me personally, it's like, well, then I'm just going to let you think about it. Because you're not in the mindset to, like,
receive anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's we'll figure this out later. You can go cool off. And if you're like, no, I want to figure this out now, like, all right, well then
you got to cool off right this second.
Then I need you to calm down. Yeah. Ames, yeah, you're right. Things are different now. Times are very different now. I feel like now it's a lot of a lot of parents, including myself, that were like, I am never going to be the parent, like, I'm never going to be like my parents. I'm going to let my kid have a lot more freedom. And now I kind of understand why my parents were the way that they were. Now, I don't think that kids should be helicoptered. I don't think kids should be limited of experiences because parents are scared. I think kids should go out and experience and go have fun and make mistakes, do all those things.
Yeah.
But it is, of course, within reason.
Yeah.
And if the parent lets go too much, then I feel like this is where the pushback happens, where the parent's like, I'm just going to let my kid do what they want. When they're younger, her age, it's fine. But when hormones start doing the hormone dance, that's when all things go bad.
What's the hormone dance?
It looks like this.
That's not what you did before. Don't let him lie to you. That's not what he did before.
What was the thing that I did before?
That thing?
Yes, but this is a remix.
It's not even derivative of the original material.
That's mean.
It didn't have one snap in it. You could have at least like...
Thank you so much for watching and or listening. If you want to follow us digitally, you can find us on YouTube, youtube.com/@stillrecordingpod. And you can also find us on anchor.fm to watch this after the fact. Leave us a message. And also, we are on TikTok. And if you want to follow us individually, Fire, where can people find you?
On Instagram and Xbox @Firewall.
For Astraea, you can't follow her digitally, not yet, but she does have another show called Lazy Music Reacts, which she reacts to music with me. And then also, if you want to follow me directly, you can find me under Lazy Tech Tony, under those locations as well, too. So until the next time, folks, take care of yourselves and each other. Later.
Bye, guys.